And we are live. We're back. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Eric of EMFC.
And this is Derek of the EMFC on my brick webcam laptop version because I can't find my Elgato, but it's fine. Whatever. We're here. We're here.
We're
We're out
here.
here.
We're back.
We are out here.
It is a Wrestle Chat Wednesday. We're actually back on a Wednesday. We've been pretty consistent. We did miss that 1 week, but that's okay. So has wrestling. But hopefully we're gonna be back on track. Hopefully it gets a little bit better. We'll discuss that a little bit later because people have been kind of cheesed with the product, and honestly, we're comparing it to the past. It was a lot worse before. It might be
It
just a
was,
little stale moment, but that's still
yeah,
okay. We can't
yeah,
always get all gas, no brace with it. No, I mean,
yeah. I will forever, never, ever say because we've been through some stinker years, and I feel like a lot of the people who do complain about like this is the worst that it's ever been
weren't even
are
born.
probably 15 and 20, maybe 15 years old, and yeah, definitely. Like there have been some stinkers. Like I always see the comparisons and saying like, oh, like 2019 was the trenches, and I was like 2019, like it wasn't great, but like it wasn't the worst year.
You guys didn't see John Cena versus Laura canceled Laurinaitis in the main event where Big Show turns heel, bro. They don't know what it's like, bro. They don't see
Yeah,
the Michael Cole versus Jerry King Lawler matches.
they don't know. They're all about the era of the special guests, which honestly was kind of fun depending on which guest it was, but like again, just very monotonous. Even like if you go to like the 2000s, like again, there's a lot of stale stuff that was going on because Austin wasn't there, and although it did bring the rise of guys like The Rock and Triple H, and Taker and stuff like that, there was still a lot of just it felt like a lot of filler.
At a moment where they
Um,
had to, get their characters going and stuff.
yeah, y'all weren't there when you had to see Randy versus John Cena like 25 times across like 6 pay-per-views.
It was great, and now people call it nostalgic.
That now they call
Crazy
it
how life
nostalgic,
works.
but like that was yeah that was it was a lot. It was a lot. Y'all weren't there when the SmackDown pre-records were heavily pre-recorded. It was like to the point where it was unwatchable.
Yeah,
Um,
they don't
but
know,
either way, I
but we know.
digress.
We know. As you guys can
I
see,
digress.
I'm cheering the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs the way I know how by still wearing my Maple Leafs gear, and I hope Florida wins it all because if I'm not happy, no one can be. So there you go.
It's crazy.
Um,
I saw that Edmonton had already scored. I don't know what the score is now, but
well, last time I checked, it was 2-1 Florida.
oh, crazy. Well,
Yep, the Cats were out to play. But anyways, as we digress, it is Wrestle Chat Wednesday. Let's see what happened in wrestling this week. Alrighty, so we start with Friday Night SmackDown. Again, as I was saying before, people have been upset that wrestling's been a little bit stale. It's after WrestleMania, we kind of assume that what is going to happen. That's the way it's going to be. Another big point to mention as well, we were at Money in the Bank last year. It was here in Toronto, which was a really fun time, actually. I had a great time, especially watching Money in the Bank, like a match in person for the first time. Seeing ladders was pretty sick. Wrestling was on a fire, was on a high during that time, but also it was very hot. It was the middle of the summer. It felt fantastic. It felt great. So that's why when Money in the Bank started being promoted now, I was like, what time did we go last year? Like, was it really that hot last year? Like beginning of June? We were in July, almost August for Money in the
hmm
Bank.
hmm
They've actually did it early, so then we started taking a look at the pay-per-views. So usually, like we say, WrestleMania be all end all. Backlash is just always that little filler in between because they have to start getting those stories going. This Money in the Bank, though the qualifying matches happened and the match looks like it's gonna be great, and the pay-per-view card looks great. It it just feels like they're still kind of trying to chug and get into form along the way with these storylines, and that's what these individual pay-per-views in between were for until you reach the hot time, which is summer, and of course the stories get heated up again near SummerSlam. A little rushed, I feel like Money in the Bank is this time because last year it was there was the Saudi Arabia pay per view. I want to say it was King and Queen of the Ring. There was also the other pay per view. It was in I think it was in Scotland. It was
Oh, well, Clash of the Castle, I
Clash
think,
of the
or
Castle, yeah. Well, where was it? Wales. I don't know. They were somewhere in Europe, somewhere in the UK. That was this month in June, and then July they eventually pushed for. I think there was two pay-per-views because WrestleMania last year was almost March. Was like March, April. Then in April
mm,
they had Backlash at the end. In May they had um oh no, not this Bell End. In May they had the Clash of whatever the Bell Ends. And then I think they had the King and Queen of the Ring near in between June. Yeah, no, it was in June. And then in
Yeah.
July was Money in the Bank last year. But
yeah.
now Money in the Bank is like almost Mayish June time, right? So they really changed up the pay per view structure, and I feel like partially because of that, it making this feel in this stale moment of wrestling, the post WrestleMania moment, is kind of making Money in the Bank seem a little stale. So as they're trying to scramble and quickly push main event matches, we are here on Friday Night SmackDown. To a big
Indeed.
surprise, Bianca Belair comes back. I feel like it's her hometown. It is her hometown, Knoxville.
Yep.
So
Yep.
she does return. Um, Pretty cool moment because they were booing the hell out of her, and honestly, she did nothing wrong in my eyes, of course, as she earns me points. She's still injured. She still has like her fingers, as you guys can see in the picture. Um, all bandaged up and everything. She just was there to, support the crowd. Naomi comes in. She's a psychotic psychopath right now where she's like, my friend, my friend. And she's like, actually, you're my enemy. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then that's when Jade Cargill comes out and she's like, a storm is coming. And then get electric guitar. She comes out and then all this chaos happens. Nia Jax comes out. We thought, oh, it was going to be a classic Friday Night SmackDown tag team match scheduled for one fall. It's not. It's an actual Money in the Bank qualifier match. Did I watch the rest of SmackDown? No, but here we are. Who wins here? Naomi defeats Jade Cargill and Nia Jax. Did you guys watch the match?
No, but I saw the finish.
That was a good match. It was really good.
Okay.
Lovely jubbly.
Well, explain what happened, because how the hell did she win between Jade Cargill and Nia Jax? Storyline
So
wise.
Nia Jax, so was gonna go for the Annihilator on both Naomi and Jade Cargill. Like she stacked them on top of each other,
Mm.
and then she went for it. Naomi moved out of the way, so she nailed Jade Cargill with it, and then she like rolled her up like right after it,
Okay.
and kind of got her with like a Friday night special, and was able to win
Yeah.
off of that.
What do you mean? How does it happen, bro? She's in the Money in the Bank match. You gotta make her look strong, and then for her to lose to Rhea, it's easy, bro. Come on.
It's crazy. Alrighty. Next match, which is also very depressing. I remember this. R-Truth versus JC Mateo. R-Truth was joking around. He has no idea who this guy is. He's like, is this your son? I think he said to Solo. This is actually R-Truth's last match in WWE because unfortunately he was let go. They did not re-sign him to return. So he absolutely got squashed by JC Mateo. That was his end. Goodbye. Tag teams, they're all bickering amongst each other still. One of the greatest things going on SmackDown. Definitely way better than Raw's tag team division. Just for the White Six to sick on them. To sick them, boy. And they killed them. So it was also a welcome surprise from the week before. Los Garza defeat Rey Fenix and Javon Evans. I did not see that. I didn't even know that was a match.
Banger.
Poor Rey Fenix. Already losing matches. That's not good. But if you say it's a banger,
Okay,
Ethan.
not like an official banger. It was
Ethan
like a
Page.
decent match.
oh man,
Oh yeah, all ego found. All
Yeah,
Hamilton, our hometown.
that's crazy. Zelina Vega defeated Alba Fire. How's rivalry still going is beyond me. They're starting to make the United States title a little stale. It's kind of sad because Chelsea Green did pretty good with it. Someone give her what was that girl they called up? They call it two. There's Julia and there is
Julia?
Oh, Jordan Grace. I
Jordan
don't
Grace.
think she's officially there yet, but yeah.
Give it to Jade Cargill, Naomi. Come on, let's get this on the roll. You know, let's get this going.
On track.
Damian Priest issues a warning to Jacob Fatu. For what? I don't know. I guess because he beat Drew, he thinks he's number one contender. I guess that's how it works. Next, Andrade defeats Carmelo Hayes and Jacob Fatu. Triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match. once again, how the hell does out of all those wrestlers in that match, he's the one that wins it, bro? That is
You need a firm
so
jobber in
crazy.
there, bro. Come on.
People
I
were
so correct-
cheesed online, and I heard about it.
Who was he in the Money in the Bank match last year, or
I think so.
I feel like they've just been kind of giving Andrade like these like hey, we're not booking you, so like we're gonna put you in this match,
He's like, okay.
and like it's the thing, like Andrade's like still very good in the ring, but again, it's like the inconsistency in booking that kind of just makes me like, oh, like you kind of just came out of nowhere and now you're in this match. And yeah, like I know, I feel like a lot of people were kind of expecting Jacob Fatu to win it, and they kind of want to strap the rocket on him, and I get, he's U.S. champion, so he can kind of generate his own storylines doing his own thing, and people will probably be interested in that too, which is probably why he's been kept out of the match. But then, the ongoing stuff with like Solo and JC too, kind of is a story in itself. So I guess I can understand why they figured, okay, like let's just keep him out of this and let's continue this whole storyline.
But
Which,
Mello, though,
yeah, but
people are
yeah,
very upset about that.
yeah, Mello, like obviously for me personally, I want Mello in the match, but this is where we are. This
He
is
won
where
the
we are. This is
Andrade
where we're
Battle
at.
Royal. He was actually being pushed. He was with The Miz. And here we are. That is so crazy. But yeah, congratulations. Andrade goes in. And now we thought it would be pretty cool. Some people didn't like a lot of what was going on with this. But Cody Rhodes and John Cena meet up. Logan Paul comes out. Jey Uso comes out. They start talking back and forth. A lot of people are upset because John Cena was defending Logan Paul, and I don't know. It was kind of an odd promo. It kind of felt it was like all over the place sometimes. Cody Rhodes absolutely tortures him at the end, saying he was gonna go play with his peacemaker in the back.
Yeah,
And then Jey Uso drops the belt. He drops the mic. He's like, "Shit." He's like, "I know we're gonna scrap," and then they scrap. That was funny. But yeah, it's SmackDown.
Whatever keeps Jey Uso off the mic, bro.
Honestly,
That needs to go back to training ASAP, bro.
he does. Honestly, the momentum that he was carrying with winning all last year, winning a Continental title, being pushed, promoted. When he won the Royal Rumble, it was like huge moments. But from there, he just really dropped the ball. It's kind of sad to see. Speaking about dropping the ball,
Ottawa Senators logo on your license plate. Sorry, go on.
it's crazy. Sorry. Speaking about dropping the ball, now let's go to Monday Night Raw, where we continue this dumpster fire. I mean, we continue the wrestling. So, I wonder if I click on here, wait, it give me. Oh, it does. That's pretty cool. It does give me an order. Well, I'm gonna start doing that from now on. Night starts. Sami Zayn comes out. CM Punk. They talk their ish. CM Punk actually, he went in at the beginning of his promo. He started calling out the champions because he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna win this qualifier match. I'm gonna win the Money in the Bank. I'm probably gonna push towards John Cena. I see you like realigning yourself with that bald fraud, The Rock, and I've always had your number, and I'm coming for you, you bitch." So I was like, "Ah, oh, crazy. You get him." And then Sami Zayn's like, "I deserve it. I deserve it." So that's how the night started.
Did he actually named out The Rock?
I think he just called him bald fraud.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
He was obviously talking about Stone Cold, but go on.
When you sold your soul to that damn bald fraud, bro. And then he called him a bitch. Crazy. Anyways, onto the... I'm saying Stephanie Vakir defeats Liv Morgan and Ivy Nile in a triple threat match to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. The crowd were into it. Who was it? Pat McAfee wanted to do the but the crowd was already in there. He didn't have to do nothing. Good match from what I saw. They mentioned the Judgment Day a little bit. So in between this time, Carlito gone, R-Truth gone. Very unfortunate, very sad. The problem is Carlito was a part of the Judgment Day and an ongoing storyline. So before they can even write him off, they just cut him. He still had, I think, an extra week or 2 weeks to be there, but he literally straight up said, "Nope, WWE released me," and then he said a bunch of things about it. So I think they just said, "Don't even mention that guy anymore," and they didn't all night. They were backstage, low key. They were wearing Carlito gear on their boots and on their shirts, like hidden underneath. but they did say that they were not allowed to wear our truth gear, and people were
Rhea had to
chanting.
take it off.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
why she was wearing a bra or something.
Yeah.
so the entire night, the crowd were chanting for our truth. It was actually pretty crazy, and we'll discuss TKO afterwards. But that is disgusting. Anyways, that's what
we'll
led
get
to this
into it.
match. That's what led to this match, and Stephanie Bakir is in. Good for her. She's gonna wrestle at AAA on Saturday, and then after she has Money in the Bank, she is the GOAT. Next, Finn Balor and JD McDonough defeat the War Raiders. Thank God, with the interference of Roxanne Perez. Backstage, speaking about that, PlayStation was gone. That went with Carlito. They did have like a Carlito Apple dish somewhere.
Yeah, it was flipped over, and there was like I think there was like a Grim Reaper on it or something
Yes,
like that.
exactly. Yeah, which was pretty cool. Liv Morgan was very upset that Roxanne Perez is in the group, and he's like, "Oh, why don't you trust her?" And she said, "You're the person I don't trust." Talking to Finn Balor, but he still does end up winning the match. So, as Roxanne Perez is helping his side of Judgment Day. Moving on, Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch are still talking, bro. Why are they still on this brand, bro? Get them out of there. Skip. All right, Jey Uso and Sami Zayn defeat Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed via disqualification because Seth freaking Rollins comes out and interferes. Great entrance theme, by the way.
That matchup? Yeah, let's talk about that because that was
Bronson Reed comes out with the tsunami sirens. He's like, "Ooh," and then afterwards, I didn't take in, but
Braun Breaker sirens were playing during Bronson Reed's like entrance.
Forgot he
So
had his
like
own
it was very
sirens.
subtle.
Yeah.
It was very subtle, but then it just like came in perfectly, and I was just like, yo, this is sick.
It's about time to do matchups of tag teams and their theme songs. Really cool. Match was pretty good for the most part. Sami Zayn's dancing was hilarious. He's always in there. After that match, Kieran Cross is backstage and he's like, my brother, why do you suck? You'll never become a champion. And he's like, dude, what's the matter with you? Why do you follow me and stuff? He's like, we're all bad guys, and you're a bad guy too. Planting the seeds or whatever.
Yep.
Kairi Sane
is going to be highly mediocre.
You think so? I think it'll be good if he ends up joining the team or something like that, and he fully turns heel.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Are you dumb?
Like I like Sami Zayn. Like he's like one of the only people that I feel like he's like overall just a good baby face. Like he's just like you want to root for him. He has like that underdog like guy down. So like I'm not overly interested to see Sammy turn heel, but for the sake of the story, like I get it, and I mean like that is probably going to be the one feud that's really going to make Jey Uso relevant if they do go that route. So I get it, but I just feel like from a character standpoint, like I prefer to see Sammy as a babyface. It's not to say he's a bad heel because he is a good heel, but like I just think he's the better. Like I want to see like Sammy, like he's the underdog story that I want to see win the world title. And maybe it's like the start of him kind of like deciding like, okay, maybe I need to do things differently, and then maybe he has like a moment of like, oh no, like whatever, and then whatever. But either way, honestly, I don't want to.
As you were saying, if he does stay face, imagine if he faces Jey Uso and he beats him clean. The crowd ecstatic. He's finally done it. Seth Rollins wins the Money in the Bank. Bang! Claps him, stomps him. Done, bro. That way he still keeps that baby face thing, as you're saying. But Seth takes the title, continues the rivalry. I see the vision. You placed it.
I'm trying to see that Money in the Bank cash in that quick, but you could be
right. Next, Kairi Sane defeats Raquel Rodriguez. Low key, they're making Kairi Sane like win all her matches, which is pretty cool. I know she's kind of like in the background, but of course, Io Sky helps defend her afterwards. But good for her. It still helps with the Judgment Day storyline. It's not like they're getting buried or anything. It's pretty good. Oh my god, even better.
They pushed another Japanese woman wrestler with no losses, and look where she's now.
Exactly.
In the dumps, fam.
Well, I mean, she's injured, no? Talk about Asuka.
I don't know.
We'll talk about Asuka. Yeah,
Eventually, she'll come back.
yeah, she's
Soon.
still injured.
So is Bailey.
Uh,
Apparently.
she's in
Apparently.
the bumps. Anyway, last men's qualifier match for the Money in the Bank banger. CM Punk, AJ Styles, which is the first time they've wrestled since like 2002 or something like that, and El Grande Americano, which is hilarious because I love his character gimmick. It's really funny. He wrestled as Chad Gable. Now he's wrestled as El Grande Americano. Chad Gable is going to wrestle at AAA, and El Grande Americano won, so he's going to wrestle at Money in the Bank. People said his tattoo disappeared. I'm hoping that he does have a stunt double, so when they eventually appear face to face backstage or somewhere, it's going to be hilarious. Good back and forth. Again, interference by Seth Rollins' group. So at the end of Grande Americano, thank you, makes it to the Money in the Bank. Some people were kind of upset about it, and they said that why is the storyline still going? And they mentioned they believe that they're supposed to have a mask versus mask against Rey Mysterio, but because he's injured, they're just waiting for him to come back. Don't know if that's true.
I thought this was brilliant. Like, this was like the one thing that, like, I understand people are upset. They're like, oh, why isn't Karrion Kross in it? Why isn't somebody else in it? The sheer joke of Chad Gable failing to qualify and then coming back as El Grande and winning the match is so hilarious to me. Like, I think it's such a it's a funny angle. It's a good angle. I thought it was done well. Personally, so I have no qualms about it. I thought that was dope.
I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be a good addition to the thing. It's supposed to be a high flyer, so we'll see what he can pull off there. Last thing: Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed annihilate CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn. Literally killed them. It was crazy at the end after that match. It was kind of funny because they had like a post show afterwards, and Sammy started like trying to like lift up Jay. They played Jay Music's music, and then CM Punk was dead on the floor and he started eating, and then he woke up like the Undertaker and he continued eating. It was crazy. He mentions R-Truth in the post promo because they were chanting R-Truth's name. He's like, "That's crazy. You guys are cheering for somebody who doesn't wrestle here anymore. Maybe he'll come back like along like 10 years along the line." And he's like, "When you go home, you'll get that joke. It's because they always cheered CM Punk when he wasn't there."
Yeah.
So they say eventually he'll come back. I'm not sure about that. He's 50 something, but it is what it is. That was Monday Night Raw. And if we're going to quickly look at NXT, Julia has made the jump. She did not go to the main roster. She went to NXT, which seems pretty smart right now. Let her storyline and her superstardom begin from NXT and then make her way up. That was a pretty good promo when she entered back. She is a Timu Tiffany Stratton, and she still doesn't have a name because they're still figuring it out, apparently.
Oh, you're talking about Mariah May. You said Julia.
Oh, did I say Julia? My bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
I was like, was Julia went back?
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I believed you. That sounds great.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, Julia went back? That's crazy.
bad,
But
my
yeah,
bad,
no,
my bad.
Mariah May made her debut in NXT. And she basically called her shot and said, like, yeah, I'm coming out to the Women's Championship. So yeah, that was cool. The main event was Trick Williams versus Mike Santana. Elijah was in the crowd because he's challenging the winner of the TNA title this Friday against All Odds. And I'm trying to remember if there's anything else from NXT that I was. Oh, Miles Bourne beat Patrick Dempsey, so he has the option now to leave his group and kind of do his own singles thing. They're setting up Obafemi versus the winner of LFG, Troy Jasper, I believe. This guy's massive.
Spoiler.
Is it a spoiler?
I have no
I
idea
was
who
gonna
those
watch
people
it
are.
eventually. I swear.
He won, and the Ghanaian Olympian won too, which should come to the surprise of no one because I feel like she was destined to win this whole thing as soon as she entered it. But I'm very happy that she's here. Anytime there's representation from my country, you know, I gotta love to see it. But yeah, they're setting that up. And the other really cool storyline from NXT that I'm enjoying is the stuff with the D'Angelo family. I don't know if you guys are following, but obviously Stax turned on Tony D'Angelo, which was an ongoing storyline for like a number of years. And Luca, who was another member of the family, returned at the pay-per-view kind of stared down Tony, but said that he didn't mean to distract him, and he's trying to gain his trust back. So they're kind of doing this whole thing where like Tony doesn't really know who to trust, and like one of his family members is trying to show that he can trust him, which will probably lean towards him probably turning on Tony as well and joining Stacks, and Tony will probably be called up to the main roster on his own afterwards. But yeah, NXT doing some things. Also, I think Jada Parker did something.
Huh.
So
Yes,
that was
sir. Apparently, Dragon Lee scores a win in thrilling 8-man tag. It's probably those
Yes.
LWO guys. Don't know why they go back down NXT, but looks like they should stay there. Next.
It was very weird too, because Dragon Lee is not even like, he was literally just like a filler, because like they were kind of hyping up the Worlds Collide match where it's gonna be oh yeah, there's a fatal 4-way match for the North American Championship with Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Ray Phoenix, and Laredo Kid. And then this 6-man tag match had those guys in it, but it also had like Dragon Lee, because I think they just needed to fill in the spot with something. Another thing that's significant to note too is Joaquin Wild of the LWO seemingly got injured in a main event match or a speed match the week prior, and it looked like it was a pretty serious injury. So he was supposed to team with LWO to face against a bunch of other luchadors from AAA.
Yeah.
But they have replaced him with Lindsay Dorado, who we haven't seen in WWE in quite some time since like Lucha House Party. So hopefully, yeah, Mr. Lucha Boy is back for this one-time occasion.
I need to see a picture because I have no idea who that is.
It was the guy. Yeah, he was the other guy with the mask.
Jesus.
I don't want to play with you anymore. Bro. Sorry,
Crazy.
go on.
But
yeah, that was
yeah.
NXT. All right, let's get on to the good stuff here. Oh, are we even doing? I was gonna say, are we even doing the predictions?
That's a good question, because well, Johnny is usually doing the thingies so that we could do the thingies, but
He's a parent
I was
now.
going to-
Congratulations.
I was going to ask everyone to send me, but if you guys, I'm sorry, I don't know. Go on.
I was gonna say he's a parent now, so I don't even know if he's gonna even do it. If he's gonna watch
Yeah.
wrestling, but
he's a daddy now, out here daddying.
is Albert still on vacation?
No, Albert's back.
He's back. Okay.
Yeah.
That could be done.
So,
But oh yeah, maybe we should preview. Sorry, let me go back. Let's preview a little bit of what's supposed to happen because I don't know exactly what's going on. But if we're not gonna give our predictions, because of course I always win. I already know what's gonna happen. I have the vision, as they would say. Seth Rollins, visionary, revolutionary. You'd at least see if it's gonna be an exciting time or not. Of course, it won't be last year when they were in our hometown of Toronto, Hamilton, of course.
What on Lil Wayne in concert?
Money in the Bank to this
Wait, what was
Saturday
that?
at 7. They're starting early.
Lil Wayne has a new.
oh yeah, I got tickets. I went to the Lil Wayne concert.
Oh, congrats, bro! It's
Oh,
about
okay.
time.
Thank you. Finally, it's happening.
Bro,
I
it's happening. It's
Albert
happening.
with the swiftness. Yeah, I called Albert with the swiftness and I told him like, "Yo, I have the pre-sale code. Like, I need you to be on this because I'm going to be at work." And he secured a ticket. So I am going to see Lil Wayne a week after I see Linkin Park. So two of my top like concerts that I've wanted to see in my lifetime, I'm getting to see all a week span. And then I could die happy afterwards.
It's pretty good.
And then the week after you get married, bro, just wrap it all up in one. So,
That's
Oh my god. That's crazy. All right, maybe we start from the bottom here. There is a few matches here at Money in the Bank. I think there's 5, which is a Triple H thing to do. 1. Women's Intercontinental Championship. Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. They're still going to push for this. I hope this is going to be the end. I feel like Bayley might interfere, but it's just a write-off, really.
All right.
The 2 important things that are going to happen in the night. Oh, there's only 4 matches. 1, 2, 3.
There's only 4 matches. Yep.
Well, I mean, Money in the Bank usually lasts longer, but hey, this is what we're here. It's what the pay-per-view is called. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I feel like, honestly, like I said before, even though wrestling was kind of stale and they're still in that in-between period, the matches they piece together with the people they send in are pretty good. So one, they have Julia. This time I'm correct when I say it's Julia that's in the ring. Stephanie
Big Julia.
Vaquer. Both of them got called up very quickly and they're instantly in there. They're very talented wrestlers. They have a lot of hype and a lot of people behind them. That's already lit in itself. Naomi, which again, there could have been others like we mentioned, but Naomi has been with this whole evil run since Elimination Chamber, so good for her. She's on the card. Another call up was Roxanne Perez, aka Little Cherry Blossom. She's in there representing Judgment Day, so there's multiple storylines that lead to that. And then, of course, two favorites of all the nerds out there, Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley. So, oh, there goes my clock. I say the word. I should have said Lexi. Damn it. Anyway, pretty good. Honestly, it's finally another moment where we're like, we don't know who's gonna win. Any person who wins this match, I think it's gonna end up pretty lit. Would it not?
I agree. Until the internet starts complaining, but it'll be lit for a minute. You
Of
feel
course. I think maybe if Rio wins, then people will start turning really bad. But like, it is what it is, you know.
like Mommy in the Bank, bro? Come on,
That's got a nice ring to it.
right?
Cherry Blossom in the bank.
Bro, how are you trying to merge going 40, bro? Get out of my way!
What do you think, Derek?
Fuck!
So my personal pick is Naomi.
You really think so?
I think that her winning would be a cool way to kind of sort of advance whatever story that she has going on and potentially propel her to reclaiming the women's world championship. So, and that's who I want to win. I think that you have a lot of really cool, fresh faces, and I think they are all good. I think they can kind of do their thing. I think they can carry their own. Rhea Ripley doesn't need the briefcase, although Mommy in the Bank sounds good. Like Rhea Ripley could literally just like walk in and say, "I want a title shot," and she's gonna get it. So like her having the briefcase, I feel like doesn't really do much of anything. Roxanne Perez winning could also be interesting as well too, especially with the whole Judgment Day dissension continuing to be a thing. But yeah, I just feel like this is Naomi's time. I feel like she the heel character is fresh. It's still relatively cool. And I want them to kind of like progress past where they're at and make it into something bigger with a potential like title reign, or to kind of advance the whole thing going on with Bianca and Jade Cargill. But so yeah, she's my pick to win for that one.
Okay. Honestly, it's gonna be a sick match. I think they're all pretty athletic and they can bring a whole lot of like new moments to the ladder match. So I think it's probably gonna be the.
You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say? Huh?
A whole lot of You know what I'm saying?
I think it's gonna be
Rhea,
the
got
dark horse
Stephanie,
of the
you got-
night, the MVP
You got
of
Cherry
the night.
Blossom? Come on, bro. You got Naomi? Oh, double Come on.
Now, from the women's
Everybody
side to the men's side, very similar, where there's a lot of like fresh faces, and they combine it with some other people. Well, I mean, I guess it's just Seth Rollins, but Money in the Bank, it's gonna have LA Knight. Again, he's still
Yeah.
always a fan favorite, so it's pretty good. They have a new wrestler in Penta El Cero Miedo, who's had a huge 2025, big star already. Andrade, whatever, he's gonna be there to flippy flip, I hope. They have Solo, which is another deserving person. I guess obviously a lot of people are deserving. And Grande Americano, which is hilarious, but I think it would still promote the story a little bit more. And of course, Seth motherfucking Rollins, who is pretty much the main character of Monday Night Raw so far. I think all of the conflict that can happen in this match, the athleticism, the brutality, it's going to be pretty good. So it's another match where they piece together. I'm like, all these guys make sense. It's fresh and it's going to be fun. Who's going to win? No idea, but I believe that all of them will have a story to tell, right? Grande Americano, he can win it, and then he can, do all the whole AAA stuff and the Chad Gable thing back and forth. Solo would be probably a huge thing too for his new bloodline and faction, especially when Roman comes back and whenever that happens. Seth Rollins, we already know that would be great. LA Knight, people would go over the moon. Same thing with Penta Cero Miedo and Andrade, whatever. I don't know what you guys' opinions on it, but I think it's pretty good.
It's definitely, I think, easier to eliminate more people out of this match that are not going to win it than the women's.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be a good match. Good wrestlers. And yeah, I think this match is going to be hella overbooked because there's like 4 people with feuds with other people that could run out. So
That's why there's 4
yeah,
matches.
that one's probably going to take the longest, obviously. But I think last year there was 4 as well, and we had Cena come out. No,
Oh, fantastic time.
so maybe Roman will show up in the middle and cut a promo. Who knows?
We'll see. Maybe he'll be like, I'm retiring. This is my final run.
I'm an official movie star now. Go check out my comedy
Straight to
show thing.
straight to DVD.
Oh, Tubi, of course.
Derek, what do you think?
This one's difficult. So, because I feel like Seth Rollins winning would be cool. There aren't a lot of people who have won Money in the Bank more than once. I think the only person who has done that was CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Edge held it. Like Edge and Miz held the briefcase on multiple occasions, but they didn't win it twice. So, I think that I think Rollins has been booked way too strong for me to believe that he's going to win the match. But it definitely would be cool if he did. But I feel like for some reason, I don't know why, I think El Grande Americano is gonna win it.
Yeah, let's go, bro.
Yeah,
I actually hope
just
so.
I think it's gonna be really really funny. Someone said that they think that it's going to be Kaiser who's actually El Grande Americano, and this will kind of be his way of
Oh.
kind of getting back into like the swing of things. But
Funny.
yeah, I just think
He
it'd
doesn't
be
fit the
really funny
role
if
though.
El Grande he doesn't, but like he's not doing anything right now. So how do you get it back in here? Maybe you do this. But I think it'd just be really funny if again Chad Gable didn't do it, El Grande wins it, and then you have this whole situation where it's like who holds the briefcase, like how's the cash in going to happen, like I think there's a whole dynamic that you can kind of do with this, where it's just like, is it actually Chad Gable? Is it actually El Grande? If El Grande cashes in, is Chad Gable going to show up with the title next week? Like, there's a whole lot of different things. Oh, Chad, where's your title? Like, what are you talking about? I wasn't in the match, but El Grande is at home right now. Like, I could probably call him and see if he wants to come back next week or something like that. Like, I just think it'd be really funny if they did something like that.
Or Chad Gable wins the AAA title and then El Grande wins the other one. So one
Yeah,
day he walks
I
in with the
just-
wrong title. Oh, be great.
Yeah, I just think they would be like some funny stuff, but I don't know. Obviously, I don't think the internet would like that because like they take the Money in the Bank briefcase pretty seriously. So it's like, oh, I got wasted on a gimmicky storyline like this.
Yes,
but I'm into
because
it.
Jey Uso
into
has the
it.
title right
That's
now,
a better
bro.
storyline than the other ones, though. Like that's at
Yeah.
least interesting.
Yeah, like I
And
think.
sorry, if it is Kaiser, I never even thought about that. He could give the briefcase to Gunther.
It's a good there,
after
yeah.
he loses it, you know what I mean? Like he told Kaiser to go off and make something a name of himself, and this would be a cool way to like wrap it up. But I think that's a little bit too elaborate, even though I didn't think about it. I've heard people speculate that he's going to cash in on Vikingo, which would make no sense. But everyone's like, "Well, Triple H doesn't like the briefcase, anyways." I'm like, yeah, okay, but
Nerds.
I don't know. Yeah, it'd be cool to see El Grande finally get something, bro,
What?
for his
Presented by
hard work.
Cash App.
But it'll probably go to LA Knight and he'll be boring and cash in on the US title. But whatever.
Okay. And on to the main event, the one that got pieced together. But you know what? I think it's gonna be entertaining. Because there's 2 World Championship feuds from Raw and SmackDown come out together, called SmackDown versus Raw. It's Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Jonathan Cena and Logan Paul. I think it's going to be an entertaining match. I think it's going to be good. Now that Cody Rhodes is there, at least they're going to get the ball rolling a little bit. People have been saying Cena's matches have been a little bit boring. Some people are saying it's a part of his storyline, which is true. I also think he's old and washed, and John Cena even mentioned that himself. And that's why he's retiring in the first place when he had like a interview with Stephanie. But for what it's worth,
Stephanie?
I think it's going to be pretty good. Doesn't matter who wins, honestly.
Derek,
Yeah.
do you think it's Rock o'clock or what, bro? I know you're on the Rock watch constantly.
I don't. No. No.
Straight
No.
up.
No, I don't.
But
I
that's
don't,
all I need.
I'm not expecting to see The Rock anytime in the near future. It's just what it is. Like, would it be cool? Yeah, I don't like personally. For me, like, is this match like confirmed to be the main event match, or
That's the order.
Yeah, yeah.
I went the order of what it
you read
says
in the
here. So
order?
yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. I mean, if these guys are the ones that are closing out the show, then something has to happen.
Then
Cause
somebody's
That's-
getting cashed in, bro.
cause like
And
I
bro,
don't,
this belt, bro. Come on.
like I get like yeah, we could get a cash in the same night. Who knows? Like I don't know. Like we will see. But like if you're just like ending off the show with this tag team match, and like that's just cause like it's gonna be fun. But like I'm not tuning in to Money in the Bank to watch this match, right? Like I want to see the Money in the Bank matches. Like those ones feel like they're more important and have like more significance. Like I don't know what the payout or where we go from here with this match. So, like you get champion versus champion, that's cool. You know this whole thing, that's fine, I guess. But like I don't really care that much to see it, but it'll still be fun.
I just
It'll
took
still be
in
fun.
the logo says Money in the Bank, Los Angeles. I didn't know it was in Los Angeles, but I'm glad it's in a bigger city. Because I was like, oh, it's probably in Cucamonga somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But cool. In the Intuit Dome. That is Money in the Bank. Should we get into the sheets or should we get into the? I was gonna say fantasy. Whoa. No, that's for sure. Grain of salt. You want to hear more opinions or? Let's try to get into. Is Matt trying to go get there at home so he can start giving his opinion of the sheets?
Yeah, Matt, how far are you?
I think we've lost him.
I think we lost him.
Okay, I guess let's get into the grain of salt.
Oh wait, I heard something.
Don't know why that
Wait.
glitched, but there we go. It's making sound effects. But
Dude.
anyways, this is Derek's grain of salt, where he salts up or salts up.
Oh.
We had some opinions, like I was gonna mention before, and we might as well bring it up now. A lot of
Let's do
people online. There's two things, so I don't forget. One, people talking about wrestling stale. Two, the whole release thing. I don't know which one you want to start with first.
We could do the stale stuff first and then talk
Stale
about the
first?
releases.
Okay.
Mhm.
Stale. We discussed a little bit at the beginning where people were saying they're trying to compare different eras and say Vince coming back and doing his thing would have been different. We already disagreed because we were like, let me tell you something, kid. Back in my day when wrestling was trash, it was really bad. But I don't know. I feel like we can't always get what we want. Wrestling's not going to always be all gas, no brakes like everything else. There always gets to a point, if you're watching the NHL, NBA, you're watching a season, eventually it's going to have those little filler moments, it's going to have those little boring times. I think people had too much expectations because The Rock was involved and stuff, and then I feel like Triple H didn't do the best of card at WrestleMania. But right now, he's been playing it safe. Maybe that's why people were upset. And I feel like it got to a point where it's getting a little bit repetitive. That's my opinion on it. I wouldn't say it's bad, but like now I'm just not intrigued at what's going on. Maybe they have to bring like new characters, maybe like a Goldberg, God forbid a Brock Lesnar or something to like spice things up, I guess. Someone like Kevin Owens would have been lit. Unfortunately, he's out for a while. You know, someone do some mayhem, some chaos, but bringing Rusev or Aleister Black, I thought would change stuff because I'm like, oh my god, they're great, or maybe even Uncle Howdy,
no.
but they've not been on TV either, and they're still sticking with the same old Viking Raider storyline, Lara Valkyria and Becky Lynch storyline. They're still going on with Damian Priest trying to get somewhere the United States title, and he did that whole storyline with Drew. Again, feel like at this point, Triple H is playing it safe. He's still sticking with his long ass storylines, and he's not taking risks. What do you think, Derek? Why do you think wrestling stale, or do you think it could be better? Do you think it's been worse before in the past? Do you think it could be
Oh,
improved?
it's definitely been worse in the
Can I go
past.
get some cookies?
But
I'm
I don't
listening.
know. I feel like, again, like I agree. Like I think that wrestling in its whole is going to have its ebbs and flows. Regardless if you're watching WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, like you are going to get points in time where things are kind of feeling a little bit meh, and you expect that things will get better. My biggest, I think, issue and criticism, and I guess it relates to the releases in a way, is that I feel that you can only fit so much into a product. And again, like you are also dealing with the today wrestlers of WWE, and I think a lot of people, if you were to go back to Vince booking, like he would spice things up by bringing back somebody from the past to kind of garner attention. And once upon a time, people hated that too, right? They wanted to have the focus on the current guys and be able to do stuff with them. And now the focus is on them. But I just feel like there's just a lot of people and not enough time to really showcase all these people. Even though like we're getting 3 hours of SmackDown, we're getting two
Yep.
and a half hours to 3 hours of Raw. Um, and I think that like some characters are getting a little bit more of the spotlight. Like we've been seeing more with Big Bronson Reed. We've been seeing more with Braun Breaker, and their association with Seth Rollins is definitely going to do a lot for them. And although the Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria storyline is relatively stale, I think that again, like this is probably Lyra's best feud that she's had since she's won the Intercontinental Championship. So it's something that again, I think Lyra has been like she's been very much like all gas no brakes on the mic since then. Like she's been talking more. She's been a little bit more attitudinal. She's been a little bit more different than just like the smiley girl who does a woo and everybody does woo with her kind of thing, right? So, um, I'm always very skeptical whenever you bring in new characters because it's like, how do you bring them into the fold of things? How do you make them a mainstay? How do you make people care? And I think that's kind of just like where we're at right now, where we're having trouble. Like, we want to care for these characters, but
Mhm.
I feel like the way that they're being presented is not making us care as much. Like, and I've seen it with like DIY, I've seen it with a lot of the tag teams on SmackDown, where it's like these guys are getting the matches and they're coming out there, but people don't care, even though their matches are good. And once they get going, like people are like, oh yeah, like this is entertaining, this is really good, but like they're not garnering enough attention to be able to carry it on to the next week and have people care too. And maybe part of it is the crowds, like it's hard to be able to cater to, the wrestling crowds at WWE events because a lot of these crowds that they're going to are people who aren't like they're not the internet wrestling community. They're just people who just want to have a good time and be entertained with whatever medium they're seeing, right? Like they are seeing characters and they're like, "Oh yeah, this person's really cool," but like they're not the ones watching NXT or the shows of the past to see why they were cool in the first place. And being able to present them in a new light that people can really gravitate towards so that they're like, I want to go see the show for this person is still something that I feel like they're trying to really get into. Like I'll take Russo for example, somebody who got like a huge pop when he came back, and then when he had his match with Akira Tozawa, I think it was last week, it was mediocre when he came out, right? Like, so it was like it's already been like a couple weeks and people are already kind of like over it. Like, how are you gonna make Rusev popular to the point where they were chanting Rusev Day and like they were chanting that like throughout the shows kind of thing, right? And I think that it comes down to booking and it comes down to like the consistency has kind of been there. I saw someone post online how Triple H and Vince have been kind of different in the sense where Vince would kind of sort of like just kind of introduce the storyline or introduce an idea and then just drop it, whereas like Triple H brings in a whole lot of different similarities or different situations or different like scenarios, like, hey, like what do you think about this and this, just to kind of like test it to kind of see how people feel about it. But like he'll introduce
Yeah.
all these different scenarios, and like only one of them will potentially happen, and everything kind of gets thrown to the wayside. And I think that kind of overwhelms a lot of viewers because they kind of like one like Vince's booking was relatively predictable, whereas Triple H's is like you think it's predictable, but then it goes in a different direction, and you're like, oh damn, kind of thing. But I think people are not liking that, and they kind of want to be able to see things coming from a mile away. And I think the other thing too is the long term story to the payout kind of thing, right? Vince would have probably had Judgment Day turn on each other a lot sooner. And like we've been doing this like whole teasing thing with Judgment Day for like it feels like since the beginning of the year, and now
Bro,
we're
it's
in
been
June,
almost a
and
year and a half at this point.
yeah,
At least
right.
they're
So it's like
entertaining though.
they are entertaining. Like honestly, like I like seeing like the week to week stuff where like again like Liv is kind of being a little bit more like direct with like I don't trust you kind of thing versus like the kind of like dancing around the issue and the like the oops I meant to help you but I accidentally screwed you over and over again kind of thing, like which again I'm okay with, but again like let's get somewhere further with this. Like
Yeah, I
I
was
don't know
gonna
how many
say, like,
times I need to see Dominic trying to help Finn and costing
And
him, or Finn trying to help Dominic and costing him. Like I've seen it like 10 times. It feels like already. Let's
oh wait,
do
somebody's
something
trying
a
to
little
park.
bit, like. So
No,
I don't know.
I think there's a mixture of everything, and it's always missing just one piece. And like, I don't know, like either the feud goes too long, or you're having the wrong opponents face the person. Like, for example, Rusev. Like, I don't want to see him face Tozawa for 3 weeks, bro. Let him fucking squash him, and then get straight on to Sheamus. And don't be talking for 3 weeks. Have a match within another
no,
week. Because now I'm losing the steam. Like, I don't care, bro. Like, why
you
am
should
I
be
caring
killing
about Sheamus
mans.
talking on a commercial about Rusev? You know, like fucking get to the point, or don't use them. Like either
Mhm,
because then you're at least gonna get the pop when they come back. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
it's not. And then like the SmackDown tag team, it is all great and it was going great, but now you're introducing like the Wyatt Six for what, bro? Like just
Yeah,
have them fight over the belt, and you
yeah.
introduce Fraxium for what, bro? The original 4 teams are fine, or 3 teams, whatever it was. Like where are the S boys, bro? I
Yes,
haven't
Yeah.
seen
bro.
them.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
someone gets thrown to the wayside as a result, and it's like no, like I
People are
don't
like,
want to see that. I want to see them like okay, like cool, like bring you brought in Pretty Deadly, cool. Like what is Pretty Deadly gonna
Pay it
do
off,
week to week?
bro.
Yeah, you know.
You know, like,
mm.
come on.
I was gonna say
I don't know. Like Pretty
people were
Deadly
like,
pop. Sorry,
why
Eric.
you guys
I'll,
attacked
I'll
you
be
guys
back in.
attacked the wrong tag team. You should have been attacking Ross tag teams. You should have made that entertaining.
Thanks, bro.
I don't know, man.
Thank
Like
you.
I feel like sometimes, and I think a shakeup needs to happen, bro. I feel like Triple H is like
Oh my god.
putting some things too heavy on one side. He puts like the tag teams too heavy on the other side. The tag teams are weak on this side. Mid carders are heavy on this side. Mid cards are weaker on this side. This side has all the main eventers. This side doesn't have any main eventers. You know what I mean? Because remember when we used to do like main eventers on Monday Night Raw and main eventers for Friday Night SmackDown, and then we were struggling because one side couldn't have it, so we had to choose them all.
Hmm.
I don't know. He has to shake things up, and then they'll probably get people back. But that also leads to, unfortunately, if there's not enough space, there's releases. Derek, what do you
Yeah.
think on the releases? I feel like I don't know. I feel like TKO is trying to remove. They've increased the prices. People were upset about that. It's
Yep.
very expensive to go to wrestling now. They are
Yep.
having it straightforward. They're having a lot of commercials. They're having a lot of partnerships. Slim Jim is now going to be on all the tables apparently. Like when you slam people through tables, it's going to be in the middle of the ring. People are
Yep.
not having it right now, and then now they're doing a lot of budget cuts. Some wrestlers make sense. Some people are saying they're taking the fun out of it because they took away comedic wrestlers or wrestlers that will keep them entertained. I don't know. What do you think, Derek?
Well, I think there's still going to be a point where you're going to have like the comedic stuff in there. And a lot of people like I saw that there was like an overwhelming amount of support with our Truth being released versus the others like Carlito and Sarah Logan. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I like our Truth kind of stung because I did his comedic stuff was great. It was awesome. It wasn't like he was still able to make himself relevant doing all that stuff. And even like yeah, like he went from being like kind of like a side character, comedic guy who would just pop up randomly and say something weird and just like leave to like actually involved in like legitimate storylines. And like him losing him stung because he has been a staple with WWE for so many years. Um, but from what I'm reading, from the sheets and stuff like that, like it was strictly a financial decision because he was getting paid a lot of money apparently, and they wanted to be able to make cuts wherever they could make cuts, and I hate it because it's like you guys are making money. It's pretty
Yeah,
evident, and
yeah,
but obviously at the same time, it's like this is part of the business, right? Like you come in, you're bringing in a lot more characters who are going to need that screen time, and like the segments that our truth isn't in could be used for other people. The segments that Carlito's not in, even though like he was already really just with the Judgment Day, and they're still getting the segments, could open up an opportunity for other people as well. So um, it's one of those things where it's just like obviously like people are going to be upset about it, they're going to be mad about it. And again, it's that whole idea that like if it's something that bothers you so much, like you can choose to walk away from it, but you'll probably still watch. So we'll see where things go from there. You just kind of hope that the guys who did get released are fine and are able to kind of like pick themselves up and be able to do whatever they need to do. If our truth wants to continue wrestling, or if he wants to focus on his music career, or do other things, like he has the opportunity to do so. Um,
I feel like
but
our
yeah,
truth, as you said, stung because like sometimes you need those comedic characters, and he was the perfect person to be in the background, kind of like Ron Simmons was when he comes in. He's like, "Damn," you know what I
yeah,
mean? Sometimes you need that kind of stuff.
hmm
And it's painful
But
because he's been there for
they offered
years.
him a contract and he declined. So
Exactly,
that's his business,
and that's what
bro.
I was gonna bring up. That it's not a release, it's not a firing. It was just his contract was at its end,
Mutual.
and it's over, bro. Like Mitch Marner, it's time to walk, bud. It happens, bro. It happens. Men's walk out of contracts, it's over. You're on the street. Figure
I'm
it
sure
out.
you could build up another person again. Like if they offered him backstage, I don't know what the contract was, how much they were offering, but we've seen this with other wrestlers where if you're getting paid by that old guy way too much money, you're gonna get pinched out, bro. We have new and up and coming stars that take up the time. You need time for the War Raiders for some reason to fucking pick their bums on Raw. Um, yeah, bro. It's sometimes you just need change. I don't know why they're going crazy. I mean, I do. It's our truth, of course. But like Carlito, bro, what has he done since he got signed? He had one match. That was it.
He's funny, but
He's
he
done
has a
anything.
mediocre push. Apparently, he's getting paid to promote the wrestling game all the time in the background. But honestly, him not being there just didn't make that much of a difference.
yeah.
And they're both
Well, like
old,
his
so
yeah,
kind of
it's
move on,
just
I
funny
guess.
because like again, Carlito, like he came back, he had that pop from Puerto Rico when he came back at Backlash, and then didn't really do anything afterwards. So, um, like best of luck to them. Having their segments definitely is going to sting, but the machine's going to keep rolling,
Was in this
and
crunch, 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 crunch.
yeah, we'll just kind of see where the future holds. But yeah, like releases are never fun, right? Especially when it's like you kind of expect it to be like people that you kind of just don't really see. Like no one's seen Valhalla in like it's been like a year, I feel. So
Valhalla's
like
coming. It's calling. Whatever
oh,
it was.
yeah, again, if the passion's still there, you work and you go and try to do your thing, and hope that like they have a reason to call you back in. But yeah, it's never fun. It's never easy. And it stinks. But again, the show goes on, so we'll just see where things go from here.
Of course. The show always must go on. Seba in the comments, I sent it to you guys before we started it. The podcast. Will Ospreay said that the reason AEW sucks is because of John Moxley. And he literally said it
Yeah,
on AEW Dynamite today. He's like, AEW
yeah.
sucks because you're the champion. And then he looks away from the camera and he kind of looks down. He's like, what did I just say? And he looks back to him and he's just like kind of like thinking of his next words while like the commentator continues talking. He's just like, I'm like, good God, bro. And someone says, "Buddy roasted his own company."
Yeah, I mean, Will Ospreay, I feel like he shoots from the hip a lot from his promos,
Bro,
and so, like probably wasn't the best line, but at the same time, I like I said before, I think AEW has actually been doing a pretty decent job as of late, with how they've been building their storylines, how they've been building their characters. Like, Double or Nothing was fun. It was a fun watch, and I think it's like Will Ospreay had said like he's gonna try to fight to bring the feeling back to AEW. I think they're doing their thing, and I think as long as again just stay the course, try to just focus on your characters, your show, and stay off of social media and try not to garner any negative attention towards yourself, and like people will come back, right? Like the one thing that AEW does have over WWE right now is like the matches, although they're super back and forth, like they can be bangers, and that was what drew people into AEW in the first place. And I think the politics is what drew people away from it. So as long as you kind of stay away from the politics, and kind of do your thing, like who knows, AEW might be
no, don't say
seeing,
it. Don't say
yeah.
it, bro. Don't say they're seeing your money, bro, for All Out. Please.
Oh no, absolutely not. I'm not going all
Oh
out.
yeah. Woo.
Absolutely not. No, 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 no.
I was gonna say
No,
Guys,
wrestling
but
WWE is kind of
front
stale
row
right now.
seats on the ramp for $5.
Jesus.
Just
oh,
wait.
if it's $5, I might go check it out.
I mean,
If the price is right, then I might go check it out. But I
like we
don't
were
think the price
saying,
will be right in
because of
Toronto.
TKO, they made the tickets so expensive for WWE now. If AEW plays their cards right, they can start promoting their
See
brand,
an upswing.
push more of their storylines because people are like, oh, they're more consistent in storylines now. This is new characters I want to see. It's entertaining. They're being pushed. The tickets are affordable, and if WWE's stale right now and they're entertaining, like it's a good way to promote that instead. So,
Absolutely.
Before we move on, people were saying that we should stop blaming Triple H for a lot of it because it's a lot of TKO
Yeah.
putting who they want to push and stuff. So that might be a reason why the booking has been kind of, I don't know. For me, the booking is like always one step away from being really good. And for some reason, it just never clicks. Ever since the Bloodline finished, like, look at John Cena turning him heel. It's like one thing away from it clicking. Even back to WrestleMania 41, whatever, the final, just bring Stone Cold. One thing. I mean, The Undertaker's great and all, but, anyways.
as you were mentioning it,
I
I was
think-
gonna bring that up too. But we haven't done this segment in a while. Flop or not? Something we haven't
Woo.
done in a while, and I was gonna bring it up to you guys because I was gonna give my opinion on it in the grain of salt. It's gonna be a heavy grain of salt, but I've seen the comments online, and I agree with it. It comes to a lot of the decisions they made. Sometimes it made wrestling go a little bit stale. There's not much going on. One thing, John Cena turning heel. Huge moment. Probably one of the greatest heel turns of all time. We saw it in person. We didn't expect it. The Rock ruined it at the end. We thought that John Cena's heel turn would be great. We thought it'd be a great push for wrestling. It'd be fun, entertaining. We used to tune in every single week to see a John Cena promo, excited for the prospect of him winning the 17th title. He has the title. I don't watch wrestling anymore. I don't care anymore. And that's what everyone keeps saying. Should they turn John Cena heel? Is it actually a good thing? So, flop or not, has his heel turn actually been good so far? Flop, not. Flop, not. Flop, not. Flop,
Who,
not.
who
You
wants
want
to
me to
go
go first? I'll go.
You okay?
It's not, bro. You just gotta wait, bro. This is Triple H. Everyone should know this booking by now, bro. You gotta wait.
But like for
gotta be
now,
patient.
what do you think?
I mean, I still tune in every time John Cena shows up. Pairing him with Logan Paul, I guess, is a smart decision. I don't know. I feel like Cody Rhodes shouldn't have been able to take a break, even though he should.
Did you watch
They
his
just
match
need to-
against our Truth on Saturday Night's main event?
Yeah, I did. Afterwards.
After the
Yeah, because I never watch anything on time anymore because it's not that important to me. That's the one thing. There's no urgency in Triple H's booking for there needs to be a good mixture. You can't just have, like I've said before, you can't just have every storyline be the Bloodline storyline. You have to close the storyline and move on, bro. You can't be dragging this shit out because now everything feels stale. Every pay per view has random matches. Why do we have a tag team match? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Jey Uso should be defending his belt on this pay per view against somebody. John Cena should be defending his belt against somebody on the pay per view. But because Cody Rhodes left, I don't know, bro. I need Seth to pick his shit up. Anyways, back to your comment. I think it's been all right. It's not what we've been like predicting a John Cena heel turn would be, where he's just cooking everyone. But John Cena isn't that at that age anymore. You know what I mean? This is a different, methodical kind of character, and I think it represents John Cena's his real life personality pretty well. I've heard he's pretty stale. You know what I mean? He's kind of just straight from the hip. Seems like it's reflecting him. I don't know. I'm still hoping that it's going to turn crazy, but I think The Rock screwed this up more than John Cena. Just put that out there.
But anyway, we'll go back to it later on in the year, probably twice more, and see how it goes. But Derek, what do you think?
I haven't really been interested in his heel run. I think when it first started, like it was exciting, it was different, it was new. And his promo when he first turned was cool because obviously John Cena, at the very least, like he knows how to work the crowd one way or another. But I just feel like his heel turn has been focused way too much on the same material of like, you guys suck. You know, like let me draw general heat kind of thing, and just like saying things that to me again doesn't feel like when Cena's promos hit before, it was like it felt like they were authentic. It felt like they were real. And it felt like there was like there was real, like yeah, there was some like a element of reality to it. Whereas now it feels like he's saying things specifically to get a rise out of people. Um, and like again, like I had said at the very beginning that it just doesn't feel like, you know, the best heels are the ones that make you believe that they are that character. And maybe it's because John Cena's been like the good guy for 20 years, and I could understand the crash out Cena, but like it just doesn't really even feel like he's crashing out anymore. It just kind of sort of feels like he's just trying too hard to be a bad guy.
Yeah, that's the perfect summary right there. He's trying too hard to be something I guess he kind of isn't.
Yeah, I think Bret Hart said it himself too. There were just some people in wrestling that you just know can't are like they don't have it in them to be bad. And he said John Cena's one of those guys. It's like you can't imagine John Cena being a bad guy. Like the prospect of it is cool, but like you have to believe in the characters that you're seeing. So like babyface or heel, you have to be able to believe in the characters you're seeing. And like when Cena talks, like I don't believe anything that he's saying. Right? Like I believe when he roasts people because I feel like that is generally how he feels. And he'll still like bring it out every now and then, and it'll be really cool. But like I feel like everything else just feels very like inauthentic. And I think that if you see the inauthenticity in someone's promo and someone's character, it makes you not really ride with them.
Lara Valkyrie.
Well, like that's the thing, and the reason why I've been into the Lyra stuff lately because again, like it feels like everything that she's talking about with Becky, it's like those two know each other very well, so they can shoot straight, and there'll probably be some level of reality to it, right? But like, yeah, I just I'm always holding on to the idea that like the whole purpose of the heel run is to kind of get people feeling a way about it and like kind of teasing the idea of like, oh, the good guy's in there somewhere, and eventually it'll come out kind of thing, right? Whether or not we get that or we just get heel Cena until the end of his run, it's totally up to him and I guess creative to see where they go with it. But yeah, for me right now, like I don't know, I think I just wanted to see more. Like I like to like even like his feud with Randy Orton, like it didn't feel like I don't know. It didn't really. Their promos didn't really feel like it was like there. I feel it was more that they could draw off of, and it just seemed very like
basic.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like
I was gonna say I haven't felt it since that feud. I don't feel like Cena has been put up against anybody like reputable. I don't have anyone challenging his morals besides like
The only
like, 3
person I
people
can
behind
see it,
backstage, you know.
yeah, like the only person who I could see where we could get some really good stuff is if him and CM Punk actually face off, because Punk is the good guy right now, and Punk can draw a lot out of Cena, and every time those two have promo battles against each other, it's always like
Yeah, that'd be a
it's
banger.
always
Actually, I won't lie.
yeah.
I think unfortunately Cena has handcuffed himself with the amount of dates he's given him.
I
Like he's not
agree.
pulling out the quality that you expect from somebody that only shows up this much, a la Roman, a la Cody, for a bit. I mean, he'll be back soon every week, but like Cena was the mainstay for however long, every show, all the time. You know what I mean? Like he was in the swing of things. Here, I feel like you said, he's being inauthentic. He's thinking it way too much. And then like even the way they're building him in the ring, like he's supposed to be the scaredy cat, like kind of whatever petty heel, but like he should really be like a dominant, like I'm like what Seth Rollins is doing. I'm gonna own SmackDown. Nobody's gonna get this belt off of me. At
And
least you know what I mean? Something like
yeah.
that.
And I think that I would have been more into it if they kind of ran it in the idea. And again, I would have been okay if like his justification for turning was because of the fact that he lost so much over the last like 6 years. And like he felt like he needed to do whatever he needed to do to win. And I feel like now it's like the way that the finishers are going, it's not even like he's doing these things out of desperation. It's just doing it because he feels like it. Right? Like he didn't have to kick R-Truth to the nuts, but he just did it because he felt like it. You know what I mean? Like he didn't have to use the title against Randy, but he kind of just did it because he felt like it. Like I don't like I could see a situation where it's just like he tries to do everything that he needs to do to win and nothing works. He's just like, all right, well, I need to do something, kind of thing, right? But and again, like I think again the way that it was presented, I think it was kind of doomed from the start because again, like even though it wasn't supposed to be something that was supposed to run alongside with The Rock, unfortunately, that was how it came out and that's how we were expecting it to be. And to be able to deviate from that and just go like, oh, like this is why I did it. It's like it leaves a lot of things unturned that would have made the whole thing better. But unfortunately, this is what it is. And I think if like that was the case, like it just would have been better for Cena to just turn on his own. If the original idea was for him to turn at WrestleMania, like I think it would have been better off that way, kind of thing. Because at least we would have had a little bit more. We
A
would have made a
reason?
little bit more sense out of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
You know what? Now that you mention it, The Rock has fucked everything up in this new era.
he did.
He did the Raw thing, fucked it up, bro. Then he came back and started beefing with Cody. We wanted to know about the fucking key he gave him.
You forgot about
Still
bad
don't know what
blood.
the fuck that is.
Forgot about the bad
Yeah,
blood.
bad blood. Why
Yep.
the fuck did he show up? Trash, bro. The Rock has ruined the new era. You heard it here first.
It's so funny to me too because it's like The Rock has been coming off of like a string of just doing things that have just like ruined whatever he's touched. Like, you know, you go to his like, you know, the Fast and Furious stuff and like that like
That's
kind of like
terrible.
turning
Fuck
sour,
that guy.
him leaving the franchise and then him just kind of coming out of nowhere and be like, oh, by the way, I'm still here. It's like, okay, so now what are we doing? And then the whole stuff with the XFL and like they lost a lot of money in their first year and then they had to kind of like merge with the whatever. And you know that kind of like went like sideways and then he came back to wrestling because like that's his bread and butter. Everyone was like, all right, sweet. I mean, at least we know he will do something here. And
Left.
I get it, you know, Hollywood's like lifestyle. I get it. Like you're pigeonholed. There's only so much that you can do. Obviously, it would have been great if we got like the Rock and Roman payout that we wanted to get. And I had said back then that you know people were crying for Cody, but like the Rock is getting older and he's not gonna have a lot of matches. His schedule is already hard enough as is. So like maybe this is what you need, but people didn't want that, and now here we are. Because it's like you know I'm sure if like his schedule would allow it, he would try to contribute a little bit more and try to do all this stuff, but he can't. And that's been the reality of the Rock schedule ever since he left for Hollywood back in 2004.
Bit of a
Right.
WrestleMania, he just didn't want to.
So you know, I think that it's unfortunate because again, it's like one of those things where it's just like you know, I always love to see The Rock show up and do things, but like I'm very much with a lot of the fan base where it's like if you are not contributing in a way that helps the product, then don't put yourself in a position to do so. Like, do your random appearances and do stuff that has nothing to do with the main storyline, and get your rock bottoms and your people's elbows in, and do whatever, and then kind of walk off into the sunset. If that's what you're going to do. But if you're going to insert yourself in a program that has like major, major, major waves, and then just be like, all right, cool, I'm done. Like, I think the final boss character has done its purpose, and it's like it definitely has not. There's definitely a lot more that you could do, but you can't do anymore, and that's okay. But like, this is kind of like what the result is. And now WWE has to sort of figure out how to pick up the pieces, which sucks, right? It sucks that like that kind of has to happen, and I think anytime The Rock does show up, it's just going to be that.
They
But yeah,
literally like gave Seth what The Rock should be doing right now.
yeah,
Honestly,
Like the
yeah.
easiest thing, bro. Like I
Promoting
don't know
young talent,
why.
pushing him forward, making them like
Because
the
now,
perfect heels.
now I'm thinking about it, like if Cena was to say face and say he won the belt, he would be going up against he should have been going up against younger heel talent and pushing them because he's not going to be here soon. Rock's not going to be here soon. I don't know. Cody might retire soon. Roman's not going to be here soon. Who do you have after that? Drew? He's lost like 1,000 matches. Finn? I mean, he's going to be retired too, but what do you have? Dom? That's it? Like, you need to start focusing on them, even if the internet wrestling community doesn't want it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to find somebody.
8 down.
And yeah, something. Like, you need to do. Like, you have Jacob Fat Tooth. That's great. But, like, who else? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to get stale. And you're not going to have them ready because they haven't picked up wins off of big people yet. I don't know. Like Carmelo, bro. He's absolutely
Who?
done. Exactly.
yeah. It's a tough situation because like you have a lot of talent, but like again, like I said before, it's getting people to care about the talent and be able to resonate with them. And that all goes down to like who they're paired up against, who they're facing, and how often they're showing up, right? So,
Like think what the Cena Roman feuds did for Roman. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, that's what Cena should be doing with his limited time. You can't just be dragging out whatever this is. You need to get Cena to come in here and fuck shit up, leave for a little bit, and then come back and fuck shit up. You have to. It's not gonna work if it doesn't. So hopefully he starts doing that, or else it's gonna be a flop, like Eric said.
As I say, John Cena, this heel turn, flop so far, bro. I was just comparing it to like last year or the last couple of years when John Cena made his appearances, or every appearance on his like road to WrestleMania. When he was there, I was watching. I'm like, this is lit. I love when this theme song hits. Now I'm just like, okay, here we go. He's gonna do some boring ass promo of the same shit again. Like, it's just not worth it anymore. It's unfortunate because like 17th title reign, people are freaking out. I was freaking out when he actually won it, but for the first time in a long time, the heel turn and the heel winning the championship is actually boring me to sleep compared to what his face run would have been, which that was the a la the Seth Rollins, the Sami Zayn, and then now the Jey Uso. Which brings me to
blame Travis Scott like everyone else.
brings me to my next flop or not, as we do it quickly because we have some other things to do to push through. Because of course we need we still have to do the sheets, and we gotta play some quick games for Money in the Bank. See if we can get some things, some sporkles, and then call it a good night. Tomorrow, of course, we're gonna be in there. Oh,
you get there and they're like, "Sorry, canceled. Every pre-order canceled."
Oh no, mine didn't get canceled. It's being delivered tomorrow, confirmed. But today they're having a midnight release. I don't know why you guys are here. I should have been lining up 7 a.m. like everyone else today. Yeah, Nintendo Switch 2 comes out tomorrow. If everyone doesn't know, there you go. Anyway, there's a little plug for whatever we stream after, because we will be there. Flop or not, Jey Uso in his title reign.
Flop. I don't have to say anything.
I say a big flop right now. He's digressed as a character, as hype. Though people love the same song,
is less. Same with Damian Priest, bro. He's super hype in the arena. Everyone loves him. Even more for Jey Uso. But like, he's literally even more of a gimmick than LA Knight was when everyone was hyping him up. Like, he's literally just one catchphrase. I know he's good at promos. It just seems like he's super nervous with the title. It just doesn't. He doesn't exude the the
lights are too bright.
You need to be a champion.
Like Connor McDavid. Derek, what do you think?
Yeah, yeah, I would say it's a flop. Yeah, the momentum was there last year. Like, people were very much riding for it. He's won the title now. But I don't know. For me, like it stings. But like for me, like the world heavyweight title, like the last time that I felt like it really meant something was when Seth Rollins had it.
I was gonna say that, and we were saying it was boring back then. So it's like,
Yeah, Rollins was doing his thing with that belt. So like I feel like like I don't know. I think it's he was doing the frequent like title defenses and stuff like that. And I think again it's just a matter of like who you're paired up with. But like
Exactly.
Jey Uso is defended against who Logan Paul and
Logan Paul.
uh
That's it.
that was it. Yeah. So I mean Logan Paul is a title contender for a person who's trying to get over as like the main champion when again like even Gunther's reign like I wanted to see him face off against like bigger people kind
Exactly.
of thing,
I was
right?
gonna say that Gunther
Um,
was good. It was a good reign, but like he needed
Yeah.
good competition. And honestly, even Seth Rollins, he needed that good competition, but at least 'cause he has that credibility. You know who should be in it right now? And of course, we bring it back to this should be a superstar shakeup. Someone like Solo right now, with his new bloodline being dominant, effing things up, bro, ruining the life of Jey Uso. That would have been lit. Because one, they already
Yeah,
have the
Jimmy
brotherly
Uso as
connection,
well,
or
bro.
whatever. Like they could have, they need brutal things to happen. They need brutal rivalries. You know, John
We need to
Cena.
see-
John Cena was a
We need
great
to see
face.
Rikishi dead, bro, on the line.
On God, no. John Cena was a good face. It was great, but he had people like Randy Orton. He had people like Edge. They were evil, conniving son of a guns, bro, that would ruin your goddamn life and make you hate their guts, bro. They would take the title from your hero just for your title to win it, or for your hero to win it back and forth. You know what I mean? That's something they have to do with the world title. They need to make it more important, have it on bigger hands. Someone like a Roman Reigns, someone like a Cody Rhodes. Jey Uso was
But-
good for what it was. But now something
Mhm.
like the Money in the Bank can fix the situation where a Solo or a Seth Rollins can fix the situation. I think maybe for me personally, Seth is a little too early in his little thing, his crusade. I think he needs to still build his side characters first before him
That's fair.
winning the main title. Because obviously he's gonna win the main title. He's gonna be like, I'm the guy now. They need someone like a Batista or Randy Orton from Evolution, like a Braun Breaker, to build himself long enough in years to come that he finally takes it from his protege or whatever, right?
fair.
But
That's
right
good
now
call.
they need to build it, so they need those other villains like a Solo to take the title from Jey Uso, make his life a living hell. Maybe make Sami Zayn win, like I said. Then Seth cashes in the same night. Keep it entertaining, keep it rolling, get the ball rolling. Like a Drew
I like it.
McIntyre somewhere. They need
Get him behind the
credibility.
desk, bro. Get him behind the desk right now. Get Eric writing the show.
Gunther was
But yeah, I
credible for
agree.
the most part, but not. You know what I mean? He doesn't have anyone else to face if he's going to be dominant.
I think even though it's a flop, I'm glad that they did it. A lot of people were complaining when they let him win the Royal Rumble, but again, if you're not going to take the chance on him, you have a situation like LA Knight where he's just kind of in the mid card, little a bit above the mid card. He could have been a world champion a couple of years ago, and people would have loved it. Now it's whatever. Same with Damien. Damien, I think, has gotten better since he first started and since he got the title. He was a little bit rough around the edges, but I think he's found out a character. That good Brooklyn or wherever he's from, Bronx street man. I mean, he still sucks, but at least they gave him a chance. So.
Now that I think of it,
I was
and
honest.
you just reminded me, Damian Priest was a world heavyweight champion as well. I forgot that
Yep.
was even a thing,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
Out,
I
out.
thought there was only 2 champions. Crazy. Anyways, yeah. Derek, what's that in the background, bro? What picture is that?
it's a Bob Marley picture.
Okay.
Is he rolling
Yeah.
a blunt, bro? Or playing him?
He's smoking a blunt, yes.
It's kind of bright, so I
Lovely.
kind of thought it was like a zombie or something.
Yeah,
What's
no,
going on
it's
in there?
Just good old Bob Marley. It was an old picture that my brother had, and I just kind of kept it up in my room.
Okay, his eyes are closed. I thought I just had no eyes. Anyway, so now it was a firm flop. Last thing before we move on. Flop or not, the women's mid-card titles. Yeah, Derek. Scratch your beard.
Like I haven't been watching a lot of wrestling, so like I'm just gonna say.
I'm just gonna go with a firm or right now. I'm in the middle.
I think it's a flop so far because they needed to highlight the women that are not there yet. And I feel like someone like a Julia or a Stephanie Vakir will help. But also they're kind of like main event already. So it won't like benefit the people kind of like Kairi Sane or like a Dakota Kai, or like a a Shayna Baszler, aka all the people who they released or whatever, all the people, the mid card women that are there. There's still like Natalia. There's still like a lot of other people who can make the title more credible. It's just I feel like they're falling into like Chelsea Green's title reign was good, but she needs more competition. Zelina Vega was good, but like someone I like a Naomi or a Jade Cargill into those feuds would have helped elevate these wrestlers and these women. But if you're gonna have freaking Zelina Vega fight the same people every week, it's boring. If you're gonna have Lara Valkyria just fight only her mom, like it's annoying. Like it's boring. So
I think you need to insert Bailey into that, make it a triple.
yeah.
And then on the other side, I think you need Michin to come back or something like that because she was really good when she was fighting Chelsea Green. Zelina Vega, congrats to her, but she's kind of stale right now. You need like
Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan. I don't know. Get
yeah,
like
or
other people.
Piper Niven, bro. Make Piper. I mean, that doesn't work, but you need like a, Rey Mysterio type giant versus small, something like that, bro. I don't know.
Nia Jax. I don't know. People to make the mid card titles as credible as kind of how like Braun Breaker did when he won the Intercontinental title, like Gunther won the
Yeah.
Intercontinental title, Bobby Lashley won the United States title. You know what I mean? And then have those other people now that Dom has the title. It's still kind of credible. It's still good to have around or whatever on the brand, right? It's not like if he won it during the time where it was boring, you're like, okay, it's just a flippy floppy belt. And that's how I kind of feel like it is right now. So, all right, on to the sheets.
Let's get lost in the sheets.
What's up?
We're in the sheets.
Salt or sheets?
We're in the sheets. That was the salt.
Sheets.
Oh, I thought that was flop or not.
That was before Flopper Night was
Yeah.
salt.
Oh.
We did salt already.
All right, let's get lost. First order of business. People got released, so good luck to them on their future ventures.
Mariah May
Apparently
got
Miz
signed?
is going. Yeah, Mariah May got signed. Apparently Miz is leaving. I don't know how you guys would feel about that. To be honest, sounds all right to me. But
He's
Miz is
helping.
also like a Grand Slam champion. He's almost like Chris Jericho at this point, where he's just like yelling out his accomplishments. He's kind of like just there, So
He's helping out Mello, so I appreciate him staying there to help like talent. But like I
But
don't
is
see him
he,
doing
though?
I don't see him doing anything like
is he helping him though? Like I feel like Mello, if he just had the time for himself, God bless. I feel like he would have been better off, and if they actually built him up slightly strong. But
you know what
hey,
I think
whatever.
would help
You want to
Mello?
do that to your first round draft pick, whatever. What?
I think they need to bring up Trick Williams. So
Bro, everyone keeps saying that.
so
Just
people
put
get that-
Mello with the US title. It's not hard, bro.
No, I don't think he can do it alone now. I think his character's already ruined. But now they have someone like Trick and people are behind him kind of thing. It'll probably bring that Mello back and then them like effing things up. Maybe pretty good. Their
Bro,
connection is just
even
sweet,
if you
bro.
bring him up, they're not gonna have a long feud, bro. They're not gonna give him the time. I'm telling you, it's not gonna happen. You heard
Sorry,
it here first. Why
Continue
would
with
they,
your-
bro? They can't even have Karrion Kross in a feud, and this guy's on TV every damn week. What the hell are they gonna? Where are
Crazy,
they
isn't
gonna
it?
fit this in? They gotta show fat comedians taking their shirts off halfway through the damn show instead of putting out a promo package.
Well, it's the Netflix.
And,
it's the
yeah,
Netflix partnership.
Of course. But yeah, I like the Miz. I hope he stays, but I mean, I wouldn't notice if he left, to be quite honest. Alberto Del Rio kicked Vikingo's dad in the chest, so that was funny. He did it on like a Latin like news channel, and I think one lady thought it was real. He was just like piecing him up, like you wanted Rikishi to get pieced up. So instantly, when I seen the clip, I was laughing. But apparently he might be facing Vikingo again. I don't know what the hell that means. I swear I had. I'm trying to remember. Anyways, if you guys have any, I'm gonna just double check because I feel like
Like sheets.
I had some in the back of my head that I forgot about.
Damn. Akora Jade. She's finally opened up her OnlyFans
OnlyFans?
because now she's free from WWE and their contractual duties. I forgot what name she changed, but Derek probably knows. Probably already follows her on there anyway. What was her name now, Derek?
Big
Selena
titty
Black.
bitty.
What was it?
Selena Black.
Yeah, say it louder.
Uh,
Unfortunately, though, she was telling about a time where she was.
Body
I didn't
shape.
even realize Saba was commenting in there. He said Karrion Cross contract is ending. They didn't offer anything yet. Rip. No, the body shaming that she was actually pregnant and then it didn't work out. It was a miscarriage, so she almost died. She said. I think that was the time she was dating Braun Breaker. So
Yeah, George got arrested apparently. Liv Morgan's stalker was arrested outside the WWE PC.
I saw that today.
So good luck to him. One time banned off of COD and now also convict. Good luck, convict
Banned from
music, all of
WWE.
that. Uh, Again, I don't know if this was new news, but Triple H hates the Money in the Bank. I guess because he never won it, but he doesn't
Exactly.
understand the whole gimmick. Yeah, so I don't know. Would you guys be mad if Money in the Bank went away?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like Money in the Bank.
it's like a Royal Rumble. If you're with the Royal Rumble, I'm like, you guys are just a bunch of douches. Ruin it all. Ruining it.
Ruin it. I think that's it, bro. There's not a lot.
All right, on to the
A lot of
games then.
stuff that I'm seeing. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's been a boring week.
I don't think much has happened. Whatever happened, happened.
Let me double check the other site, but go on. Oh my God, international four-way, Brody King, Kenny, some fucking Lindsay Dorado, and Claudio Caparova.
All right, WWE Sporkle. Let's go. Oh my God, continue. I don't want to pay your membership.
Oh, that was the other thing. I think we spoke on it, but SmackDown has confirmed to stay 3 hours, which everyone complained about. But we also complained that nobody has time to do anything. So I don't know.
So who knows what's gonna
I don't
happen?
know. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know.
Money in the Bank. By photo. Can
I
you name
think
the
this
winners
is
of WWE's Money
TNA.
in the Bank ladder match when shown their photo?
TNA Impact is replaying on Friday on YouTube for free, I think, for the summer. So yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh
just
my
like
God,
the
Wardlow's
names.
still a wrestler?
Why do you
Jeez.
name all these people. Honestly, just like kind of saying Money in the Bank. Okay, we'll do winners and we'll do match participants as well. Money in the Bank defenses. Can you name the participants in the matches when the Money in the Bank winner defended their briefcase?
That sounds fun.
30 non-championship event winners. Name the bankrupt celebrity. Money in the Bank winners. Okay, let's start with winners first. This I think is the most basic. We have 4 minutes. Good God. Oh, I have to type too. Can I get a Hoya?
Oh yeah. Fucking Cheetos everywhere. Hold on.
Oh, you always do.
Ah.
Me and Derek will
Never.
carry. 3, 2, 1, go. Play quiz, Edge.
CM Punk.
Bunka.
Mr.
Miz.
Kennedy / Edge.
I think these are actual winners. I think Otis was one of them.
Okay.
So we can.
Yeah, Otis was one of them.
Seth
Miz.
Rollins.
Or am I tripping?
Miz.
wasn't one.
Rob Van Dam.
Austin Theory.
RVD. That's a good choice right there. Didn't Damian Sandow win?
He
One of those
did.
random years.
Baron
Jack
Corbin.
Swagger. I'm starting to remember like the random ones. Baron Corbin. Oh, see, it doesn't even exist.
Wait, who won that year? Was it Otis
Kane.
or
John Cena. I did already that one. Kane, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, he did win. Jesus. I said Seth, yeah?
Catching out Rey Mysterio, bro. You don't remember?
Ah, that's crazy. Randy Orton won.
Oh, the women are on here too. Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Tiffy.
James Ellsworth.
Carmella.
Twice. James
Carmella.
Ellsworth.
Give me
Wait,
one
why is her name
second,
not
guys.
popping up? How do you even spell her name?
Because it's James Ellsworth. She never won, bro. No.
What? Did I misspell Carmella?
ELS.
There it is. I got it. It's the L. We have 2 minutes left. 40 seconds.
CARMLELLA.
Naomi
Come
won,
on,
yeah?
bro. You didn't.
No.
No.
Bianca? Belair.
No.
Liv Morgan.
Io Sky.
Yo Sky. 2024 men's was Drew. Don't make me spell the name.
It's nice not being the fucking typer for once.
All right.
Who was the women's? What was
Did
it?
Rey Mysterio win one?
Ronda Rousey? No. Charlotte? No. Who the fuck
Maybe
was it?
Bailey. Yeah, she did one. Ronda
I don't
Rousey did
remember
win.
that at all.
Ronda
I don't know. I'm
Rousey,
just talking shit. Probably not.
Charlotte Flair. What's her name? Lexi.
Nikki Ash.
Yes.
Nikki
let's go.
Ash, no?
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah. Alright.
Damn it. We need to keep going. Who else won?
Pause
I
it,
already
pause
said
it,
Jack
pause it,
Swagger.
pause it, pause it,
Are you
pause it,
sure?
pause it.
Oh,
John
man.
Morrison won or no? No, he didn't.
Trying to think here. Kozlov, Kane.
Alberto Del
Kane.
Rio or
Yeah, he did.
Sheamus?
Yeah, both did actually. Shamers. Sheamus. Del Rio.
You put Brock?
No, I
Brock
did
in the
not.
bank? Damn, is that Chipotle?
Come on, Derek. We have a minute 23 seconds. We have a minute 23
That
seconds.
Chipotle?
Did you say Rey Mysterio?
I did, but I don't remember him winning.
I don't know if he actually won. I just was saying that.
2023 men's. Who was that?
Damian Priest.
Oh, good call. How do you spell Damian Priest? Damian Priest. Okay.
There you go.
Couple more left.
2020 women's. Who won that year?
2011 SmackDown.
Asuka.
Good call. 2021 men's.
Big E.
Oh my god, I would have never got that. 2018 men's. 39 seconds. 2016,
uh,
2016,
Roman.
2011, and 2012
Austin Theory?
World. No, we already got that. 30 seconds. I'm pausing it right there.
2018. So
2011, The Miz, no?
I think
2010.
that was 2010. 2011 was no, it wasn't Randy.
Who the fuck was 2018? I'm trying to think because Roman was ass, so it had to
Kevin
be somebody
Owens?
in that.
Kevin
Was it?
Owens?
Kevin Owens never won it. You already said Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also Joseph? No. I wouldn't win anything.
You say fucking the backstage guy? Fucking Joseph?
Someone
Nick
said Baron
Joseph,
Corbin, but
whatever?
we already got that guy. Already got that guy. Damn. AJ Styles? Did he win one?
No.
Bro, this one's gonna
Um,
bother me. 2018. Roman
Bobby
never won the
Lashley?
briefcase, did he?
Who won 2019?
I don't know. Eric has the thing up.
I can't. 29 seconds. We're about to run out of time. Think of it. 2011, 2016. Daniel Bryan, did he win one?
Yeah, probably didn't win. Yeah, I think he was 2011.
Yeah, I did. Daniel Bryan. So we had 2012,
Brock Lesnar was after
2016,
2018.
2018. 3 left. 2012, right? 2018.
Yeah.
And
Um,
Kurt, no.
let me see.
Sheamus.
There's one more bum in here, right? There's got to be. We got
CM Punk,
Miz. Saw
RVD.
John Morrison.
Already got him.
Yeah.
Didn't remember typing his name.
Fuck, bro. These got to be just random mans, bro. Like an Austin Theory or a Baron Corbin.
Let me think.
I think who won championships.
John never won it. You can't fucking climb a ladder.
Did we get Jack Swagger already?
That's
Yeah, we did. Hey, Law, what's going on? On Wednesdays we wear pink, guys. Why are we in blue? Oh, we're all in blue. That's actually funny.
Oh, that's funny.
What?
These are my PJs actually. So
Shoot.
That's
That's what I wore to work.
Fully skull.
So
2018.
yeah, you wear it to bed because you can only dream of them ever winning. It'll
I
never
know.
happen.
Did you get Dolph Ziggler?
No,
Oh my god, the big
did
jiggle,
not.
bro.
He won one.
that's 2012 definitely.
Christian? No, he never won.
He did.
Is it-
He catch it on Del Rio.
Oh, so that's one.
Okay, so Dolph Zig. Oh no, I'm messing up.
No,
No.
just type the last name. You bellen.
And then what was the other one?
Christian.
I don't think Christian won.
No, he didn't. We have 2 more. 8 seconds. I can't
Derek
type
Strong,
that
bro.
fast.
This guy just said he did.
He did.
Yes, you did, bro. I said
I did?
Christian, and then you went on a spiel about him winning or something, bro.
No, I said Del Zipper catching on Del Rio.
Oh.
Already says
Yeah,
Del
that
Rio,
zigzag
too.
was dirty as fuck. I remember that shit. But I didn't before Derek said it.
Has to be a bum of some sort. Kind of like a. trying to think.
Vladimir
Like a-
Kozlov?
Like a Ryback or something, bro.
Didn't he win? No, he didn't
No.
win.
No.
We have Seth, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we have Seth.
So 2018.
Oh my God, Dean Ambrose?
Yes. Yes, that is one. Well, what's the other one then? That's 2018. Then what's the other?
What was the other year?
2021, I think. Oh no, that wasn't it. What was
2018.
Ambrose?
Yeah, it is Ambrose. I don't
2
remember
seconds.
because
We
Derek
have
screwed us on
1
that pay-per-view.
second left.
But I don't hold grudges. I don't hold grudges.
Hey, we're 32 out of 33. We did enough. Let's see who was. 2018, Braun Strowman.
Braun-
When the fuck did he win the
I don't even remember him winning it.
He won it, and then he cashed in on Roman. That's when the Shield got back together.
When was their match with Brock where they all ended up in the ambulance like for 10 minutes of the match? The fate, or was that a fatal? It was a fatal
2019?
four-way or a
Oh,
triple
it's-
threat?
Yeah,
Easily
that
the
same
championship.
year. I think.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
Damn,
We're
we
pretty
did
good. Yeah. Honestly, I would have never
Why
got
not?
Big E or like an Oscar, but all right. Let's go
That's
back.
why we're a team, bro.
Which one should we do? Money in the Bank defenses or Money in the Bank participants?
I would say defenses because I feel like participants, bro, we got a lot of Sin Caras in there that we're not gonna get.
All right. So there's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Those are wrestlers. So 14 wrestlers, technically. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nights where Money in the Bank was defended in an actual match.
Oh, I don't know that shit. I thought it was like the people that cashed in on.
So
Um,
one's Raw Homecoming,
Miz-
Backlash, Raw, TLC, SummerSlam, and Hell in a Cell. Edge has to be. Oh no, he won that one.
No, it's fuck, bro. I
It's 2
just
minutes.
watched the thing about Mr. Kennedy. I'm
It's
pretty
Big
sure it's
Kennedy.
Mark Henry and somebody else, bro.
Okay, let's go. Mark Henry,
No,
Edge
he
and
came out
Kennedy.
after.
Edge
and
twice.
Mr. Kennedy.
Kennedy. Okay. Oh, it's just a
Um,
general. Oh, it's just defenses in
uh,
general. CM Punk then. CM Punk won his, no? Or was
Yeah,
it?
no, but like it's like matches where they put the
The
Money in the Bank
briefcase is on the
briefcase
line, no?
So
Yeah.
Miz was one of them because Miz won it off of
Otis.
Otis. He won it off of Otis.
There was
Matt Hardy?
Matt Hardy fought. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, because this was during the whole Lita
John
thing.
Cena. That's crazy how John Cena tried
Um,
to take it from somebody. Daniel Bryan, I guess that was his. Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe Ziggler. I think it's Dolph Ziggler.
Break it down.
You got 2. Okay. Del Rio. Big Show.
Big E.
Big E. No.
No? Oh,
No.
crazy. Baron Corbin?
You didn't put CM Punk, right? Or you did?
I don't know.
2012.
No. Dolph Ziggler. Who did he defend it against? Someone like John Morrison.
You put Miz, right? Yeah, he's
Kane?
already there.
You have 40
What the
seconds.
fuck?
Backlash 2006, so it had to be RVD, yeah? Who did he defend against? And Backlash.
Edge, maybe? No, we got Edge. I don't know, Sabu.
Randy
give me
Orton?
Fucking,
Maybe?
yeah, give me Chris Benoit, bro. He's probably dead by then, but I don't know. I'm not good with math.
We are not going to get this. SummerSlam.
Just put
Oh,
the
it's
Undertaker,
2018.
bro.
Ambrose. Seth Rollins, maybe?
Strowman?
Yeah, it was. So Kevin Owens,
Kevin
Shelton
Owens.
Benjamin, and Chris Jericho were the 3 people we were missing. Shelton Benjamin.
Oh my god, you're like a scarecrow outstanding in the field. No, I'm Lacazette, bro. Come on.
Missing in the field. So Money in the Bank match participants. Surely, yeah. Thank God, it's 12 minutes.
Holy.
Okay.
Can be done. This will be a last
Ready?
one then. Ready? Go.
Sakara. The Usos.
We're doing
bro.
that. Kalisto,
Yeah. Usos.
Uso. Edge has to be like 20 time, bro. Randy Orton, Kane, anyone who flips, bro. RVD, Rey Mysterio,
Morrison,
John Morrison is also a good call.
Shawn Benjamin. I'm pretty sure Undertaker was in one of them.
MVP, Undertaker,
Oh wow, I'm shit.
Kane.
Sorry guys.
Okay.
The Shield, Seth Rollins.
Give me fucking Sheamus. Give me
Roman.
fucking Fit Finley. Give me fucking Hornswoggle.
Finley was in a lot of them. We can even just think of like who was in there for those moments.
Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy.
Oh, we're talking. Even winners, bro. We can just go through the winners. The Miz. We said
Strowman.
Dolph Ziggler. Braun Strowman. Please don't tell me this also includes the women too, huh?
Yeah,
It does. Oh my god. All right. For the 4 horsewomen, Bailey's there somewhere. Charlotte. Flair. I already said Bailey, yeah? Or was that the second one? I don't know. Becky
Naomi.
Lynch. Naomi. Glow.
Give me
Asuka.
Tamina.
Liv.
Give me
Morgan.
Natalia. She was probably in fucking all
Tamina.
of them.
Talia.
Carmella.
Carmella.
What's his name? The fucking pale small guy.
Oh, Sheamus.
No, that's the pale big guy. I'm talking about the pale small guy, bro. Fucking Jay Ellsworth, bro. I feel like we've done this one before.
We're still not clearing though. All right, get names in there,
Bianca
bro.
Belair.
Jack
Io
Swagger.
Sky.
Io Sky.
Did we say Ziggler?
Bianca Belair. Dolph Ziggler's already there. Already said Belair looks like.
You put John Morrison, right? Yeah,
Yep.
probably.
Yeah, I did.
Nikki ASH. Who else was ass back then? Alexa Bliss. She was an ass.
She did win.
Who other bums were in the fucking division? Alicia Fox.
Alicia
that was too old.
Fox.
That must have been too old. Oh, fucking what's her name? Mercedes Moné, bruv.
Oh, I forgot she was a part of
I
that.
got you.
Thanks.
Derek, help us, god damn it.
Sorry.
Sleepy over here, bro.
Shit. Chris, did you put Chris Benoit?
I did now. She.
Oh.
Bobby.
Was
Brock
Zack Ryder
Lesnar?
in these? He must have been,
Yeah.
right? Wow, that's crazy.
He was. I'm pretty sure, but
Chris Jericho?
yeah, that's a good call.
Jericho.
Angle? No.
No,
Fake Angle.
Christian.
You and Christian, bro.
Woo!
Morton. I don't know if I have to put the full name.
Triple
Randy.
H? Probably not, right?
Hell no.
He was too good for these.
Why don't I see? Oh, he is here. Okay.
Kennedy.
Oh, Ric Flair.
This old ass got in his match? That's
He
crazy.
did.
Yeah, he was in one of them.
Damn, WrestleMania 23 had a lot of people in there. I already said MVP,
Give me
yeah?
fucking Chavo Guerrero, bro.
Don't think he was any.
I think he might have been in the 23.
That's what I was looking at.
Chavo?
But
No.
I don't think so.
It's not.
Yeah, scroll down, bro. We should be able to bang out the women one pretty quick.
Punk. Punk was the one that
Oh,
filled
you
the
didn't have
rest.
Punk? That's crazy.
Ali.
Nikki is-
I even remember putting that guy in.
Big Ali?
Yeah, Mustafa Ali.
Oh, Mustafa. Yeah.
I think bums like there's Big E, there's Kofi Kingston, bro.
Oh yeah, there we go. Bro, why can't we think of bums like that?
Finn Balor.
There it is. AJ must have been in one of them.
Yep.
Otis.
Cody Rhodes, at least. It is.
Mm.
Otis.
Damian
What?
Sandow.
And what was Cody Rhodes' partner, bro?
Sandow.
Goldust.
Ted, no, Ted DiBiase Jr. The other guy, bro.
Oh yeah, that would have been Ted DiBiase.
Oh,
Oh,
my God, bro.
Hardcore Holly, maybe. I don't know.
Still
Yeah,
half of it, I think.
give me who else was in that 2021? Otis, Baron Corbin,
John Cena.
Oh, I just watched that match yesterday.
Big
Rey
Show.
Mysterio was in it. We know that.
Mysterio,
Okay.
Corbin, Daniel Bryan.
Is Austin Theory in
Corbin.
it? No.
No,
Brian. But
Aleister
we haven't
Black.
said Theory.
Aleister Black.
It's all working, bro. We're filling them up.
Uh,
Finally.
And
2024.
the
Money in
women's
Bank. We were
2021
literally at the
had
game.
Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax,
BAY.
Lacey Evans.
How do you spell
B-
Baszler, bro?
Isn't it BAY? No.
Baszler, I think.
I did that already.
No. You forgot the S. Oh my god. Basil.
Yeah,
There.
it worked.
Oh, was Lily
Jax.
Stark in one?
Uh,
Probably not, right?
Lacey Evans.
She was Evans. This is on Lacey
Um,
now.
Oh, and Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke, bro. Oh my god. Wow. I forgot about her. Dana Brooke, bro. She look
How do
at
you
my
spell
With an
it?
E at the end. With an E at the end. KE.
So she is broke.
Bro, we were literally at the 2024 one. Scroll down.
Io Sky, Naomi, Zoe Stark.
Is Tiffany Stratton not in it? She won the Money in the Bank.
It's a good call. It's a good call.
Lovely.
Jey
Who else was in
Uso.
that? Io Sky. Was Kyrie Sane in it? No. Who was in the men's? It was
Asuka,
Damian
no?
Priest,
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
Oh, I have to spell that again. McIntyre.
Who else?
Priest.
Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green was in, right? She was. She went through the table. Yeah.
Carlito in one of them. Yes, he was.
Ivy Nile was in it. No,
Maybe.
Pitbull.
I thought wasn't she the one that tipped the fucking ladder? Damn it, I'm tripping. All right, who's in the men's one? Damn, it's that crazy, huh? That we forgot. Montez wasn't in it, was he?
I think he was. No? Okay.
I know he was in fucking
Elimination
Elimination
Chamber.
Chamber. Who else was in that match, bro? Wow,
Morbius,
LA
20
Knight.
seconds.
Yeah, he was in it.
It's a good call. Ambrose. We did that already. Okay, cool.
Roman?
Cool.
Was Solo in it?
He's in the
I
new
don't-
one.
I'm just trying to think of 2024, bro. I can't believe that I'm forgetting.
Mello?
Did we say Roman already?
Yep. You said it a couple times now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Carmelo wasn't.
You're crazy,
What's
isn't
his
it?
name in it too?
Oops.
That's in it this year.
We're actually covering a lot of these now.
Spaniard, bro. What's his name?
Andrade?
Andrade. Yeah, wasn't he in it?
Probably one of
Last year?
them. He does.
Yeah.
Did-
Go!
Did we put Del Rio in?
No.
Well, he is now. I think bums, bro. Like Kozlov.
Santino Marella, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good
Nice.
call. Who's in this one? There's someone missing here. Like Boogeyman. We already put MVP, yeah? I swear
Yeah, you
MVP is
did,
in one
you
of
did,
them.
sir.
Where is he?
No, you have MVP already.
Okay. Cody Rhodes, Kane, Sheamus, Sin Cara, Daniel Bryan. Was it Ryback probably somewhere in there? It's called Better Call My Mama. I forgot what his name was, bro.
Otis Clay?
Ortiz?
Bro, there's like somebody just flashing the pad.
Yeah,
People
but I
that, like
think
LA Knight might just show up on one of those, bro. Like,
Gable?
he's
Yes,
gonna
he's
be
in
that
there.
guy soon.
Gable was in it.
That was who was the last
We
one.
completed
Yeah,
the last
nice.
one.
Did we
Who's in
say
the
we said
women's?
Randy Orton already?
Yep.
Yeah. Trying to think who else was in Money in the Bank.
We said Big E already?
Yeah, there's got to be like, what's that guy's name? Let's put Woods in case.
Oh, Neville, no? He must have been in one of them.
Yes, I think he was.
Yes, he was.
Go. What about fucking the man with the plan, bro? Was he in one of them?
Brian Kendrick? I'm not sure.
Evan Bourne. I don't
Oh,
know. I
Evan
remember
Bourne,
that
yeah.
name.
That's who I was fucking. Bro, my
So I'm
bad.
trying to think.
That's who
floppy
I was
people.
thinking of when you said Cody Rhodes.
Kalisto. There was. You already said Sin Cara.
Cara.
Where's the other one, bro? Not Ray Phoenix. There's
What, Grand
Dragon
Metalik?
Lee? Grand Metalik, bro.
no,
That's
right now
crazy.
Dragon Lee, bro. Crazy, he's not there.
Fuck, bro. We have both the Usos, right? 'Cause I
Yeah.
know they fucked each other up in that one match. Wasn't
You say
Xavier
Kevin
Woods?
Owens?
No.
Wait, I don't even know if he was in it. Actually, no, he was.
He was, yeah.
Sami Zayn was too.
Wasn't Xavier Woods in it or no?
That's
Probably
another
not.
bunch of them there. I already put Woods. We have 1:30 left. Come on, Theory, McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Sheamus. Think people released, bro. Rusev has to be one of them. It is. Aleister Black.
You said
we already
Aleister Black. Who the fuck else was?
Truth. Truth got released. He got it.
Bray Wyatt. No, he must have been in one of these. No.
Really
What
not.
about his brother? The other Wyatt.
Belief.
The Sikhs, bro.
Oh, Luke
Oof.
Harper, maybe.
Yo, put Rhino in there. Fuck it, bro.
Rhino.
He must have been in one of these, right?
No.
Oh my god. Fuck, there's gonna be so many days where like, what the fuck? He was in a Money in the Bank match?
The Big Show, Christian, Alberto Del Rio. It's gonna be a
You
bunch
put
of
Big Show?
random names. Yeah, I did.
Mark Henry wasn't in one?
God, probably.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
he
he
is.
was.
Oh my God, we completed
Wow.
that one. Okay, okay. Think what Elijah Burke was one of them.
Bro, just think of fucking Vince, bro. He would just put some random like
People.
I don't know, like Big Show, obviously Goldberg, no fucking Gold Dust, maybe. I don't know. There's fucking some shit ass. Who else was over for like a week, bro, in the 2010s?
There was Ali. Who was the other guy that they were trying to promote and he's trash? Ricochet.
Yeah, good call, bro. Let's
That
go.
filled half of those bumps. That should be it. Let's see.
Any women? Oh, okay. I was gonna say we probably could.
King Booker.
Booker.
I knew it, bro. Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, Wade Barrett, Ted DiBiase.
Wade
I put DiBiase as Bull. Alex Riley. I knew random scrubs, bro.
Little
Antonio
bums, bro.
Cesaro, Fandango, Wade Barrett,
Fandango, bro. Bobby Roode.
Tensai,
bro. My boy Albert made the list. That's crazy.
Wow.
Tyson
bro.
Kidd. I forgot
Wow.
Cesaro was employed. Shinsuke Nakamura, Samosa Joseph himself,
Yo, bro.
Ember Moon, Lana, Ember Moon, Mandy Rose, Madcap Boss, Omos,
God.
and Riddle, bro. Thank God Vince is gone, bro.
No way, bro.
Zelina Vega,
That's who it was,
Shinsuke.
bro. The most forgettable person. No wonder she was.
But
Bro.
Butch, Logan Paul, Santos Escobar, Shinsuke Nakamura, Trish Stratus, Selena Vega, and Lara Valkyria. Don't even remember Trish being in there.
Me neither.
That is so
Trish
crazy.
was in a Money in the Bank match, bro. What?
That's wild. The average was 51%.
Wow.
We got 85%. You're
Pretty
so
good.
money and you don't even know it, says them.
Mellow is money, bro. Or Mellow.
Mella, all of them.
Both?
And that is it. It's actually been 2 hours. It's been a long time since we actually had a long podcast such as this, but we got to play some games. We got to chat up. The pay-per-view should be actually exciting, and hopefully there's good signs to come with the story that we'll be building. Till then, I guess that's it. It's been your boy, Eric of EMFC.
I'm Matt from UFC.
And this is Eric from the MFC.
And we will see you guys next time. There's no rematch for Matt to play because Matt was only Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week, so we weren't gonna even play it on the weekend at all. That thing's done, but it's supposed to come out in 2 weeks, so we'll see how rematch goes. If not, we're gonna Mario Kart it up. Should be a fun time. Who knows, Matt? We might have to run it together over there. We will see. Maybe you run it here. I don't know. Pikachu has a spot here. There's a seat. We shall see.
Now you're talking my language, bro. 4 letters, 1 word. You thought I was gonna say it.
Cart. See you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.